The Dell DL appliances include an AppAssure Appliance configuration wizard to ensure a fast and easy one-time configuration of an appliance fresh out of the box. This video will walk through this process with the DL4300. When the DL4300 is racked, power and networking cables properly attached within an environment, the appliance automatically launches the AppAssure Appliance configuration wizard. This wizard interviews the user, collecting configuration information such that the appliance is integrated and ready to protect physical and virtual machines within most any environment. The AppAssure Appliance configuration wizard begins with the appliance booting itself up. Since the DL4300 appliance operating system is based on Microsoft Windows Server 2012 R2, proceed by entering the operating system configuration settings. Log into the appliance and the AppAssure Appliance configuration wizard is automatically launched. The first step within the configuration wizard is to identify the network interface to configure. The configuration wizard can configure multiple network interfaces, but does so as multiple individual ports. Thus, if you wanted multiple ports teamed for performance and availability reasons, do not select the additional ports here. Teaming is created after initial configuration of the appliance. The selected appliance network ports are now configured. The appliance host name and domain settings are now configured. SNMP settings are now optionally configured. At this point, Razor virtual disks are now optionally created. Razor stands for Rapid Appliance Self-Recovery, which is a technology that protects the DL appliance itself. By selecting the first option, Windows Backup Virtual Disk, the configuration wizard will create backup space for the appliance Windows Server backups. This space is used for protecting the appliance operating system and its configuration files. By selecting the second option, Bootable Razor Virtual Disk, a bootable DL factory image virtual disk is created on the appliance disks that can be used for recovery. The AppAssure Appliance configuration wizard will begin to apply configuration settings. The AppAssure Appliance configuration wizard requires a reboot at this time to apply the newly defined host and domain name settings. Note, the DL appliance can now log in using the newly joined domain credentials. At this time, the optionally selected Razer virtual disks are being created, which takes about 3 to 5 minutes. We'll skip ahead to the tail end of this process. The AppAssure Appliance configuration wizard is complete. Exit the wizard and the DL Appliance Management Console is automatically launched. At this point, the DL4300 is configured within our environment. But we will walk through a couple other important one-time activities to prepare the DL appliance for backup and recoveries. We will now configure the appliance Razer backups and provision the DL appliance repository. Start out by selecting the appliance icon in the Management GUI. Select the Rapid Appliance Self-Recovery Backup link. The DL appliance recommends that a Razer USB key be created. Here, the Razer USB key will hold a bootable DL factory image that can be used for appliance recovery. This process takes up to 30 minutes, so we'll skip ahead to the tail end of this process. Select the Windows Backup Configure Policy button to schedule backups that will protect the appliance OS and its configuration files. Remember, this backup schedule only protects the appliance, not the appliance data such as the recovery points and archives. We'll select Backup Now to get a base image of the DL4300 appliance. This process takes 3 to 5 minutes, so we'll skip ahead to the tail end of this process. The last step is to configure the DL appliance storage capacity so that it can be used as a repository and for virtual standbys. Select the Appliance tab and then the Provisioning link. We will now provision the storage by selecting Provision. Optionally name the repository and define how much of the DL capacity will be allocated for virtual standbys. The provisioning of storage process takes about 3 minutes, so we'll skip ahead to the tail end of this process. The initial configuration of the DL appliance is now complete.